These explorers spent weeks in Antarctica searching for a long-lost ship, sending underwater robots deep below the ice, hoping to make polar history.
Have you ever wondered what secrets lie beneath Antarctica's ice? Imagine a place so remote and extreme that only a few brave scientists venture there each year, facing harsh conditions to uncover the unknown. So what exactly have they discovered? How do these revelations impact us? And what else might be lurking under the ice? Today we're diving into the heart of this frozen continent to reveal some of the most shocking discoveries made by scientists. This is a journey you won't want to miss. Antarctica is the southernmost continent in the world and a hotspot for scientific research. While some people enjoy planning cruises to Antarctica, those trips are something of a drive-by. The continent is actually inhabited by many scientists and researchers. Around 400 scientists spend the winter on this icy continent each year, and new discoveries in Antarctica are made every year. When these marine biologists, geologists, oceanographers, and geophysicists all work together, amazing discoveries take place. These scientists and researchers collect data, gather video footage, use radar technology, and embark on expeditions on and around Antarctica. There are plenty of discoveries constantly being made of the world's coldest desert and its surrounding seas. Some interesting recent scientific discoveries in Antarctica relate to the ozone layer, earthquakes, shipwrecks, and million-year-old DNA. Of course, as with any body of water, new things continue to unsurface throughout the Antarctic. From ships to treasures to new species, the Antarctic proves to be one of the most interesting oceans in the world. Researchers planned a colossal squid expedition. Scientists conducted a colossal squid exploration in December 2022 and were able to grab videos and photos of some of the rare species swimming far beneath the surface. While this discovery in Antarctica is still underway, it is a story regarding Antarctica worth knowing about. An international expedition of scientists is set to travel to Antarctica in December 2022 to capture video footage of the colossal squid. This type of squid is the largest invertebrate in the world. This expedition could reveal important information about the behaviors and habits of colossal squids, as well as information on animal life in Antarctica in general. This species was first discovered in 1925, so the goal of the scientists is to capture footage of this majestic creature before the 100-year anniversary of its discovery. The ozone hole above Antarctica is growing larger. The ozone layer's hole above Antarctica has grown larger, exposing the continent to warmer temperatures from the sun. This next discovery in Antarctica relates to the ozone layer, or the layer found in Earth's stratosphere that essentially protects the Earth from the sun's harmful UV rays. In the fall of 2022, scientists discovered that the hole in the ozone located above Antarctica is the largest it has ever been, with the hole measuring larger than the size of the entire United States. With global warming and a depleting ozone layer, many people worry about Antarctica's future. It makes you wonder what Antarctica would look like if all the ice melted. While scientists are worried about climate change, NASA scientist Paul Newman says that, in general, this hole in the ozone should hopefully grow smaller over time. Changing seasons were linked to change in ice sheet movement. Due to changing weather and seasonal climate, ice sheets have been moving through the Arctic at faster speeds. The glaciers in Antarctica are subject to ice draining and movement. The University of Cambridge researchers and NVO discovered in Antarctica during the fall of 2022 that these ice movements and draining are linked to changes in seasons. For example, it was revealed that during the Arctic summer, ice shelf movement and ice flow sped up by 15%. The scientific team used images from satellites to analyze ice flow and draw conclusions about the relation between the change in seasons and the change in ice movement. Earthquake swarms were detected in Antarctica. Scientists discovered earthquake swarms along the Shetland Plate and Antarctic Plate in 2020 and 2021. When people think of earthquakes, they likely picture the Ring of Fire, an area in the Pacific Ocean prone to tectonic plate friction. A series of earthquakes was recently discovered all the way in Antarctica, the southernmost continent. Scientists discovered earthquake swarms occurred along the Shetland Plate and Antarctic Plate. The swarms lasted from August 2020 all the way through February 2021. Within that time, around 85,000 earthquakes occurred. Scientists believe this series of earthquake storms was potentially caused by the eruption of a dormant volcano. An enormous icefish breeding colony was discovered. A massive group of ice fish was found in 2021 near the Filchner ice shelf. In early 2021, scientists uncovered the largest known fish breeding colony by the Filchner ice shelf in the Antarctic Weddell Sea, containing 60 million nests. The team of scientists used a towed camera system to gather footage of the ice fish, which were located over 400 meters below sea level. The images provided by the camera system allowed the scientists to determine that the nests were created by Neopagetopsis iona, a species of ice fish. These nests typically contain between 1,500 to 2,500 eggs each. The shipwreck of Shackleton's Endurance was uncovered. The infamous shipwreck Endurance was found in March 2022. There are so many unique facts about Antarctica and the continent's history, from its flora and fauna to the midnight sun. One interesting part of Antarctica's history is the sinking of the steam yacht Endurance in 1915. The ship belonged to explorer Ernest Shackleton, who survived the shipwreck and later passed in 1922. The ship was finally discovered in March 2022 by a South African polar research team. Researchers are overjoyed not only with the discovery, but the excellent condition Endurance is in. Sponges were found beneath the ice. In 2021-2022, sponges were found when people were drilling through Arctic ice, hitting a boulder. This incredible discovery from winter 2021-22 is thanks to marine biogeographer Hugh Griffith. The interesting thing is, Griffith was not even present during the discovery of the sponges. Geologists were drilling through ice in Antarctica and hit a boulder. This drilling process was recorded on camera, and when Griffith watched the video, he discovered sponge animals on the rock. Griffith believes these sponges to be stalked sponges. There are other animals living on the rock that have not yet been identified, but scientists do know there are sponges present. Million-year-old DNA was discovered. In the fall of 2022, scientists uncovered million-year-old DNA in the Scotia Sea, just north of the continent. In the fall of 2022, scientists discovered million-year-old DNA in Antarctica. A University of Tasmania and University of Bonn study discovered this DNA in the Scotia Sea, located just north of the continent of Antarctica. The ancient sediment that was discovered is now the oldest marine DNA found from seafloor sediments. This DNA will be analyzed and studied by scientists, as it will tell us a lot about the polar marine ecosystem, as well as how climate change may affect Antarctica. A large lake was found beneath Antarctica's largest ice sheet. According to researchers, sediment from over 34 million years ago was also discovered in the area. Speaking of million-year-old DNA, a recent lake was found in Antarctica that scientists believe could possess sediment from over 34 million years ago. In the spring of 2022, a Chinese aircraft spotted this hidden lake behind a canyon and below an ice sheet. The lake has since been named Lake Snow Eagle. Lake Snow Eagle was discovered using radar technology to look beneath the ice sheet. Finding this lake is extremely impressive, as scientists have been flying and using radar over the area for 3 years prior to the discovery. Hidden life was discovered under Antarctica's Larsen Ice Shelf. An underwater ecosystem was found in a river beneath the Larsen Ice Shelf. In June 2022, an underwater ecosystem was discovered in a river beneath the Larsen Ice Shelf in Antarctica. This discovery was made by New Zealand scientists when they drilled through the shelf and filmed the icy water below. The video footage revealed shrimp-like creatures swimming about in their underwater habitat. Scientists noticed a groove in the ice shelf, noting that this unique shape meant there was a river running beneath the ice. Upon investigation, the creatures were found about 1,640 feet below the surface of the ice. The new deepest point was mapped. Scientists and oceanographers have recently mapped the Factorian Deep, the Arctic's current deepest point. The deepest point of the seafloor around Antarctica is called the Factorian Deep. In 2022, the most detailed view of these depths was given, with the ocean extending some 24,400 feet, which is 7,437 m. The Factorian Deep was only discovered in 2019, but it and its surrounding area have just been mapped. The deep covers a large area, and it is hoped the research will lead to the discovery of new hotspots for marine life. Seemingly impossible phytoplankton blooms. Phytoplankton blooms have been found in the deeper waters of Antarctica. There is still much to learn about the life that calls the waters around Antarctica home. One of the seemingly impossible discoveries was that of a phytoplankton blooming deep in the ocean. It was found in both of the world's polar regions. Previously, it had been thought there wasn't enough light there for the phytoplankton to survive. Now it seems that algae can thrive with as little as 1% of the light found on the surface. Bye-bye iceberg. One of the world's largest icebergs, A76A, has decided to leave the Arctic, breaking away from its once stationary positioning. Climate change is having a big impact on parts of Antarctica's ice sheets, leading to some of them breaking up. It was found that the world's largest iceberg, called A76A, has decided to leave Antarctica. Satellite imagery shows it floating up in the mouth of the Drake Passage and has begun its journey away from Antarctica. The hunk of ice is around 84 miles long and 16 miles wide. Clues to the survival of microbes under the ice. New evidence shows that microbes feast on ancient carbon, which has been exposed through climate change. It has been a mystery how microbes manage to survive in lakes deep under the ice of Antarctica. But now, new evidence and new discoveries in Antarctica are helping to shed light on that, revealing that the microbes feast on ancient carbon. Scientists have found the bacteria in a buried lake in West Antarctica are feeding on carbon that seawater left behind thousands of years ago. Not all the ancient mysteries of Antarctica date back to the dinosaurs. Some date back to the last ice age. A buried flying saucer, really. A saucer-shaped discovery was made in Antarctica, with one being found by explorers in the water. This one is, of course, a joke. No alien flying saucers have ever been discovered in the ice in Antarctica, nor are they likely to ever be discovered. If one would like to find a flying saucer, one will need to somehow get into Area 51. There are certainly enough little green man-themed restaurants and shops in Roswell, New Mexico, to convince passers-by that an unfortunate flying saucer met its end in the remote American town. The hole in the pole grew deeper. A large hole in the Antarctic Ocean was recently discovered. Something that has been interesting for scientists for many years is the mysterious hole that was found in the South Pole, aka Antarctica. A mysterious hole larger than Maryland has reappeared in the middle of Antarctica after 42 years. Of course, this could simply be the ice, shifting and changing due to heat and climate changes, but it's still an oddball discovery. Generally, holes without ice or land don't make their way into a busy Antarctic region, so this is certainly something to keep an eye on. Furthermore, the hole was the largest ice break observed in that region for decades, spanning a whopping 13,000 square miles in size. This is projected to get larger as the ice melts and moves, so we'll keep with that story. We hope you found these discoveries from Antarctica's hidden secrets. To stay updated with our latest videos, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Share your thoughts and suggestions for future topics in the comments below. Explore our channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and until next time,